April 13th, 2024 started like any other day on the water for YouTuber Aiden Whiteitman, better known as White Ease Fishing, and his two close friends Jacob and Sam. They had driven out to a coastal rocky ledge for a fishing session, the kind of spot that looks perfectly manageable until the ocean decides otherwise. And on this particular afternoon, the ocean had other plans entirely.
Oi, I don't reckon you're getting it. Oi, I'm putting on a what's it called? Oi, don't, fuck! He's in the water, bro! Oi, Reed!
Jacob was standing near the edge when a wave hit, not a warning shot. A full surge that swept straight over the ledge and pulled him off his feet and into the water below, before anyone had time to react.
Chuck us a pole. Oi, you just be on wave watch. Oi, hold that. Go, just climb yourself up. Oh! Oi. Dude. Oi, big one. You're gonna have to come up, dude. Try come up. Hold that. Oh, dude, you're gonna fucking cut yourself. It's all good, don't worry about the rod. It's just... Here, hold this. Go, climb. All right, try get a foot grip. Just try get a foot grip. Come on, brother. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Boy, go. Start coming up. Oh, I got you. Fuck. Sam, bro. Dude. Grab rod. Fuck. Holy fuck. Starts. Fucked. Just don't panic. Oi. Just come this way. Dude! Come up here. Oi, you're gonna need to come this way, man. Reed, come this way. Swim out here. Just swim out here, man. Sam, get ready. Just swim up. I reckon just try climb the rocks. Here, you up, yup. Go. Just start climbing, just fuck. You gotta swim this way.
Just stay calm.
Just stay calm, that's all you can do. Dude, fuck. Oi. Dude! No! Fuck.
Just like that, the entire day changed. What followed was several of the most desperate minutes any of them had ever experienced. Aiden and Sam scrambled to the edge, trying everything they could think of, reaching down with a steel rod, shouting instructions, pleading with Jacob to grab hold of anything within reach. For a brief moment, it looked like they had him. He got a grip, started pulling himself up, and then the next wave hit and dragged him straight back in, nearly pulling Sam over with it. The current wasn't just strong, it was relentless. Every time Jacob got close to the rock face, it slammed him back against it and pulled him under again. He was fighting as hard as he could, but exhaustion was setting in fast, and the water wasn't giving him anything to work with.
Oh, big wave! Go, Grandma! Oh, no! Fuck! Oi! Just stay as calm as you can, man. Yeah, I know, it fucking slipped. Oi! I think this isn't a good idea. You just gotta try and grab the rocks.
We have to get him up. No.
Oi. Fuck. man. Gotta come this way. Oi, oi, here. Get ready. Swim right, swim right. Swim this way. Yeah. Oi, oi, another big one. Another big one. This is fucked. Fuck, man. I don't reckon he keeps trying to grab this because it just... Come right.
Don't panic. Give anything to like...
I don't know. Rope. Oh, do you have it on you? Is it in your bag? Oh, we got rope. Just stay calm.
Aiden and Sam could do nothing but watch and keep talking him through it, telling him to stay calm even as the situation looked worse with every passing second. That's when Sam remembered the rope he had packed that morning. He sprinted back to the bag, grabbed it, and the two of them threw everything they had into hauling Jacob back up onto the ledge.
Oh, you can't swim in. He's too exhausted. He's just getting fucked, man. We can't jump in, because if we jump in, we're all fucked. Go grab it.
Go back.
Huh? Go back. Go get him. Get good foot in. Just hold on to this and let it ground you. Let it ground you. Go stand on that. Stand on that.
Go.
Fuck. Oi, dude. Just go stand. Have a quick. Have a climb. Holy fuck.
Get up.
Get up.
Get up.
Holy fuck. God.
It took every bit of strength both of them could produce, but they got him. The three of them sat there afterward, barely able to speak, cuts and bruises across their hands, adrenaline still running hard. Jacob said his legs didn't even hurt. That's how charged the whole thing was.
It was fucking scary, cunt.
The thing is, my legs don't even hurt or anything. It's just adrenaline.
Dude, holy fuck. Oh fuck. Oh, that was, I thought you were dead. We were like, we can't jump in, because if we all jump in, then we're all just fucked.
What Jacob was caught in has a specific name: the hydraulic loop. Rushing water slamming against solid stone creates a downward suction loop that acts like an invisible concrete wall. The instinct is to try climbing straight up, but the receding surge will snap your fingers and crush your body against the shelf. The only way out is to dive deeper into the white water to catch the horizontal current moving along the floor, which will safely flush you away from the rock face. Back in 2009, a woman named Donna Ayers lost her brother under circumstances that were never fully explained. And from that point on, something inside her home changed. Or at least that's what she believed. She started uploading videos to YouTube documenting the things she was witnessing. Objects moving on their own, sounds she couldn't explain, a persistent feeling that something was present in the house with her. One night while she was home alone, she noticed the chandelier above her slowly swaying back and forth with no draft, no vibration, nothing that should have been causing it. She got it on camera.
That's not me, is it, with the camera? Hang on, guys, I'm just going to get a better view because this is amazing. I'm just going to turn the light up a bit as well. If that's you, please move it again. That is moving. Oh my god, that is moving. Oh, thank you.
The video cut off abruptly. A few days later, she filmed herself in the kitchen, carefully showing the camera that the surface was dry. Nothing underneath the objects, no magnets, no reasonable explanation.
Just so you lot don't think I'm quizzing, I'm not going too close because I get launched at. But there's nothing under there. That's just a bracket from an old drawer that used to be there. There's nothing in the cupboard, it's just cutlery and stuff. Nothing under there apart from pots and pans. There's no magnets, that's just a switch. There's nothing there at all, nothing out the ordinary, but yeah, shit keeps moving. Can you move it again, please? If you're here, move it. Well, it definitely did move, but as it was moving, you see. So, yeah. I'll just show you as well. There's nothing underneath, there's nothing. It's just an old metal cup. Metal. Weird. Oh my gosh. The surface isn't wet or anything, it's all dry. So there's no reason for it to be moving. And it's moving again.
While a metal mug slid steadily across the counter on its own. She stood there watching it, genuinely unsettled, trying to talk herself through what she was seeing. But the most disturbing moment came in a later video. While she was filming and describing a heavy, oppressive feeling that had settled over the room, her necklace began to move, not swaying, being pulled, yanked backward against her throat as if something had taken hold of it. She struggled to hold herself together on camera. Her dog in the background had already stopped moving and was fixed on something in the corner that nobody else could see. By this point, watching the videos back, it was clear that Donna's mental state was deteriorating.
But yeah, that's basically the new tank. I'll just keep it in the background and then you can see but just strange feelings, almost like you can feel the dark entity that's here, and it's almost like a pressure. I don't know if you can see it. They're certainly acting a bit weird. See, it's so strange. See, I can feel there's something here right now. And yet I don't. No one here. Yeah, there's no one around me. Maybe you guys are seeing that, it's bringing tears to my eyes. So no one gets it. My chain's moving on my neck.
After losing her brother, she had begun feeding into a loop she couldn't step back from, each incident pulling her further in. She eventually started using a Ouija board. Whether you believe what she captured was supernatural or the product of a mind under severe grief, the footage is genuinely difficult to watch either way. On September 16, 1996, the manager of the Van Buren Plaza apartment complex in Hollywood, Florida, called authorities after a foul smell had been building in the building for over a day. Complaints were coming in about something seeping through the walls into the unit below. When officers forced the door open, they found the decomposing body of a young man lying on the floor with a video camera set up across the room, pointed directly at him. On the wall behind him, someone had written, "The 8mm tapes are a documentation of a crime and a terrorist matter. They are for the FBI." Beside the body were 11 videotapes, each one roughly 2 hours long, nearly 22 hours of total footage. All of it recorded by the man on the floor, 21-year-old Ricardo Lopez. Officers went straight for the tape still inside the camera. It was labeled "Last Day." But as disturbing as that footage was, it wasn't what alarmed them most in that moment. Earlier that same day, Lopez had mailed a package that was still moving through the international postal system. Inside was a hollowed-out book rigged with sulfuric acid, engineered to spray directly into the face of whoever opened it. He had mailed it to the London address of Icelandic singer Björk. Hollywood police immediately contacted British authorities, and the following day officers located the package at a postal sorting office and safely detonated it before it reached her door. But that still left 11 tapes to get through. Tapes that could have documented other targets, other devices. Thankfully, no other targets were found. What the tapes revealed instead was 9 months of footage. A full and deeply unsettling record of Ricardo Lopez's psychological collapse.
Who I am. Oh.
The first tape was dated January 14th, 1996. Lopez explained he had been fixated on Bjork since he was 18, starting with what he described as a crush that had grown into something he wasn't embarrassed to call an obsession.
Okay. Comfort is what I seek in speaking to you. Something with I don't know. Something that makes me feel better. For a long time, I've been speaking into the mirror and being my own psychologist, sort of. Whatever. It's a release. Bjork has been an incredible part of my mind since '93. Since I first saw her. I've started with a crush, and ended up with an obsession, which I'm not embarrassed to admit. No, it's an obsession.
She had become his escape from everything he despised about his own life. His job, his body, his loneliness. He kept an 83-page handwritten journal filled entirely with his thoughts about her. But by the time this diary began, he had read in a magazine that she was in a relationship with another musician. To him, that was a betrayal of everything he had devoted to her, and he wanted her to carry that betrayal on her face for the rest of her life. What followed across those tapes was the documentation of a plan. He had initially considered a device using hypodermic needles and HIV-infected blood, but when that proved unworkable, he moved to sulfuric acid. His family had grown increasingly worried about him and pushed him into outpatient mental health appointments during this period.
I go to the payphone over there, my list of numbers, start calling. Either I'm going to get a hydrochloric acid 100%, sulfuric acid, the strongest I can get.
Lopez never told his therapist about any of it. By midsummer, even that last thread connecting him to the outside world was gone. His boss had flagged his declining hygiene and behavior. He quit his job, cut off his phone line, and narrowed his entire existence down to the device and how he would deliver it. On September 12th, he labeled his final tape, mailed the package, returned to his apartment, and kept the camera rolling. 4 days later, officers found him. Bjork, upon learning what had happened, sent a card and flowers to his family. The 22 hours of footage were eventually released to the public. What Ricardo Lopez represents is something behavioral experts describe as erotomanic delusion. Obsessive stalkers exist entirely within a lethal, unmonitored fantasy loop where external reality is treated as a personal betrayal. The most unsettling part is their ability to maintain a perfectly average and polite outward appearance to their community, while quietly spending their private hours mixing volatile chemicals on the other side of your living room wall. Years ago, the Bureau of Land Management put out a public safety announcement called Stay Out and Stay Alive. It was built around the real dangers of abandoned mines: cave-ins, explosive gases, wild animals, sections with no oxygen. But the most chilling part of the video wasn't the warning itself. It was the found footage they included of an incident that had already happened. On July 4th, 1998, a group of young men stumbled across an abandoned mine somewhere in Nevada and decided to go in. They even acknowledged it on camera as they walked toward the entrance, pointing at the Stay Out, Stay Alive signage and joking that they weren't too smart.
As you see Briz pointing out, stay alive. It's a good point, but we're not too smart, so we're going to go anyway.
This is an unsafe mine. Danger.
They went in anyway. The deeper they got, the more unstable everything became. Wooden bridges crossing dark drops, sections of ceiling that had already given way with more visibly ready to follow. branching tunnels with no clear way back. They were not professionals. They had no experience with abandoned mines. They were just a group of guys who thought it would make for something worth filming.
If you look at all this, there's lots of rocks and stuff that have fallen from the ceiling, which indicates that probably not a good idea to be walking this way. And,
Well, they've already fallen, so they're not gonna fall again.
well, there's more to fall still. We gotta remember where we're, okay, we got out here.
Who painted these X's in the cliff? Grant. What do they mean? Dead ends and stuff. Okay, they're all got an X on them. We can go this way. That one's got an X. But it's also got that. What does the diamond mean?
Where's that go?
Goes down.
Along there.
Ooh, that's not a little. Well, it'd be kind of hard if you slipped and fell. You could catch yourself before you actually fell down there. Not if panic set in and you speed.
Then one of them spotted a rope dangling from a wooden beam above a vertical shaft. And naturally, the question became, what's down there?
Down to the main shaft.
Wow, so we're climbing down this rope.
Yeah. How far down?
How are we getting out of it?
Climbing up it.
I see.
A boy named Adam decided to be the one to find out. He grabbed the rope and started his descent. The rope had been sitting in that mine for an unknown number of years, exposed to moisture and decay.
How far down does it go?
All the way down to that ladder. See where it's going down?
We're
Like a good 30 feet.
We're like gonna hook this
I'll go
camera.
first. I am first. About 600 feet. You don't like to break out. You don't like to... Put it like he's doing it into your mouth. Yeah. It's all like this. Is it off now?
No, it's okay. How am I gonna get this thing down there? Yeah, but how am I gonna get back up? I don't have.
Hey, good. Give you my belt string.
Oh.
Adam! Oh! Adam! Oh. Adam! Yes. Adam! Oh, God. Oh, God. Somebody help.
It gave way almost immediately after he put his full weight on it. Adam fell 65 feet straight down into a dark vertical shaft and lost consciousness on impact. Somehow the fall wasn't immediately fatal. He was still breathing. His friends found an exit, got outside, and contacted the authorities. After an hours-long rescue operation, Adam was pulled out with broken bones, cuts, and bruises. He survived, but the margin was extraordinarily thin. A slightly different angle of impact or another 40 feet of depth, and there would have been nothing to recover. What nobody in that group thought about before Adam went over the edge is something mine safety experts call the gas pocket. In 2014, a passenger climbed into a taxi in Fiji and found an abandoned cell phone on the back seat. Going through its contents to figure out who it belonged to, they came across a video file. Roughly 10 minutes long, pixelated handheld footage shot from the deck of a large fishing vessel somewhere out in the open ocean. The first few minutes showed the deck of the ship, voices shouting in multiple languages, another vessel visible nearby, with a smaller boat sitting roughly 100 feet off its side. For a moment, nothing happened. Then one of the larger vessels accelerated and drove directly into the smaller boat, flipping it over and throwing every person on board into the water. No life jackets, just open ocean. As the men clung to pieces of debris, a voice came over the loudspeaker from somewhere aboard the ship, shouting commands in Mandarin to shoot the drowning men. What followed was 40 rounds fired across the duration of the footage, killing one man after another. At one point, a man raised both arms in a gesture of surrender. He was shot in the back of the head. When the shooting stopped, the camera kept rolling. Crew members on deck could be seen laughing and posing for photographs beside each other as though nothing significant had occurred. The video eventually surfaced on YouTube, where it circulated for months before reaching anyone with the authority to investigate it. It was eventually found by journalist Ian Urbina, an investigative reporter for the New York Times and founder of the Outlaw Ocean Project, a journalism group that documents human rights abuses and lawlessness at sea. Urbina launched a months-long investigation working alongside maritime crime researchers to trace the footage back to its source. At first, nothing was known, not the ship, not the location, not the identities of the men in the water, but the footage captured enough of the surrounding vessels for analysts to begin cross-referencing against global shipping databases. The shooting had taken place on September 29, 2012, with 4 fishing vessels present at the scene. The filming vessel was eventually identified as the Pingshin 101, sailing under a Taiwanese flag. That identification changed the direction of everything. Under maritime law, a ship operating under a country's flag falls under that country's jurisdiction, even in international waters, meaning Taiwan was responsible for the investigation. The Taiwanese government released an official statement claiming the men in the water were Somali pirates who had fired on the fleet and that the shooting was an act of self-defense. It was a plausible explanation on the surface, but it had problems. Nothing in the footage showed any of the men carrying weapons, and the debris floating around them didn't match the type of vessel Somali pirates were known to use. The explanation started unraveling further in 2016 when a private investigator tracked down 2 Filipino crew members from the Pingshin 101, Aldrin and Maximo. Maximo had been one of the men visible on deck posing for photographs after the shooting. His testimony was direct. The men in the water had no guns, only fishing equipment. Using crew testimony alongside voice analysis of the commands heard over the loudspeaker, investigators identified the man giving the orders as the ship's captain. A Chinese national named Wang Fenyu Wang had ordered 2 Pakistani security guards aboard the vessel to open fire on the men as they floated. When it was over, at least 10 people were dead. Despite dozens of witnesses across the surrounding ships, no maritime law required any of them to report what they had seen, so none of them did. The bodies were never recovered, and for nearly 2 years, the killings went entirely unreported, only ever surfacing because of a phone left behind in a taxi. By the time investigators identified the Pingshin 101 in 2015, the ship had already sunk. There was nothing left to examine, but the shooting captured on that phone wasn't even the worst of it. According to Aldrin's testimony, roughly 5 days earlier, Wang had coordinated with 3 other vessels to attack a separate small sailboat. The ship circled it together, ramming it repeatedly until it overturned and sank. As the crew hit the water, they screamed that they were not Somali, not pirates. Wang ordered the guards to fire. When they hesitated, he came down from the bridge himself, took the machine gun, and shot the men directly. Between the 2 attacks, more than 30 people were killed. Wang was eventually arrested in August 2020, nearly 8 years after the killings. Only 4 deaths could be legally proven. Taiwan's Supreme Court confirmed a 26-year sentence in January 2025. The victims have never been identified. No bodies were ever recovered. And to this day, nobody knows whether anyone is still waiting for them to come home. The darker explanation for why Wang did it points toward the Pingshin 101's illegal poaching activity off the Somali coast. Maritime experts believe the so-called piracy attacks against foreign vessels in that region during the early 2010s weren't piracy at all. They were Somali fishermen confronting foreign ships stealing the fish their communities depended on to survive. The men Wang killed may have been exactly that, local fishermen, not pirates. What that footage ultimately represents is something that has a name: the lawless void. Beyond 12 nautical miles from shore, maritime law strictly belongs to whatever flag the ship is flying, meaning no outside authority is coming.